How did the most famous weapon in all of Norse myth come to be? Many had come to the victory festival to bask in the glory of Thor's latest battle. The feasts were almost as legendary as Thor. They would last for days. Many Vikings passing out from too much mead, wine, food, or all of the above. They would awaken at the breaking of the dawn to repeat the process. Thor's brother wove an intricate dance between the many guests, searching for his next victim that he would trick to amuse himself. What a little shit. Thor's wife Sif was also at the festivities. She spotted Loki and knew he was up to mischief. Her eyes narrowed to scrutinise his every move. Loki had noticed but carried on regardless. All the time, he was thinking and planning on giving Sif something else to stare at. Sif arose as the dawn broke and headed down to a wardrobe to choose a fresh robe for the third day of festivities. After Sif had adorned the robe, she looked upon herself in the mirror. She was stunned and frozen in place as she saw her reflection. She was completely bald. She screamed as the reality set in that her long golden locks had been removed. Thor was pissed, and not from the gallons of mead that he had drunk. He knew that Loki had to be the culprit behind this. No one else would be so brave or so dumb to think of performing such an act. Loki cowered down before Thor after being discovered. If Thor would spare his wrath, Loki promised to make Sif's locks even more beautiful than they were before, and he would accomplish this task with the help from the dwarven master crafters. Loki headed off to Svartalfheim, where the dwarves resided. The dwarves were master crafters of no equal, but Loki was a master trickster. Words of manipulation and acts of misdirection were the tools of his trade. Loki first targeted Ivaldi, one of the sons of the dwarves, saying that he would never be as good as his father. Ivaldi got to work straight away to prove Loki wrong, and created the most beautiful hair for Sif that Asgard would ever see. Two of the older dwarves did not want to be outshone by the youngling. They got to work and masterfully crafted several new items. A magnificent ship that you could fold and place into your pocket. They must have been gamers. And a gold ring that could reproduce itself 8 times over on every 9th night. Loki was amazed at what these masterful crafters could create. He wanted some more wondrous items to take back to Asgard. Loki sought out other dwarves and came across 2 brothers, Broker and Sindri. He challenged the brothers and bet on his head that they could not craft anything better than he had already seen. Sindri got to work and crafted a huge living boar with gold for hair. Broker and Sindri demanded that Loki leave them in peace. They did not want to be observed whilst they crafted their final item. Sindri headed down to the deepest forge within all of Svartalfheim. At this most secret of all the forges, he got to crafting the most powerful hammer that would ever be, infused with the power of storms. As Sindri was crafting the weapon, Loki had turned into a fly and snuck in to observe the process. Not wanting Sindri to complete the challenge, he attempted to scupper his progress and bit his eyelid. The eye did swell up, but Sindri managed to accomplish the task, even though the handle of the hammer was much shorter than he had intended. This would be Thor's hammer, known as Mjölnir, a hammer that only the mighty Thor could wield, a symbol of destruction and divine power. With Mjölnir in hand, Thor guarded the realms, his hammer crackling with the fury of storms. The hammer became more than a symbol for Thor. In time it stood for the Norse faith and all that they believed in. Subscribe if you've enjoyed the story. I shall see you soon, and take it easy.